if there is no time of preparation, there will be no time for celebration. Because if you don't prepare for anything, what will you celebrate for? So that means January is always a time to prepare yourself, like a horse about to go for war. Am I communicating here?
Yes, sir.
So today I've been talking about something very important. I want to talk about the atmosphere for total recovery. Atmosphere for total recovery. Atmosphere. I have discovered that every recovery is dependent on an atmosphere. Every recovery is dependent on an atmosphere. If there is no atmosphere created by you or by God, you might not get what you are looking for. Sometimes you have good expectation, you have good visions, you have good preparation, but the problem you have, sir, is that you don't have good atmosphere. What do I mean by atmosphere? Atmosphere are the things that you gather around you that will help you achieve what you are looking for. Show me a man that have a positive atmosphere. I will show you a man that 2025 will bow down to. I will show you a man that 2025 will obey. I will show you a man that 2025 will dance to his tune. Am I communicating here? Atmosphere is very important. If you study where we read in the scriptures, Bible said at this point David was in distress. At this point David was tired of life. At this point David was crying with his men because they went out of the city, and the moment they came back they discovered that their city, their village has been burnt down with fire, and they begin to ask themselves, what are we going to do? The men are crying. Every man that followed David, about 600 of them, all of them started crying, and most of them they look at David and said, David, you are the cause of our problem. We are going to stone you to death. And Bible said they desire to stone David to death. But look at this. Bible said, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. There are some times in 2025 that situation will look as if life wants to devour you. But one thing you need to do, encourage yourself. Am I communicating here? Look at me. They said something. They said, if a lizard fall from a skyscraper, fall to the ground, he looks around to see who is going to compliment him. If there is none, he will not be said and say, I tried. I tried. So I don't need your compliment. Listen. Somebody can carry his own bad face to come and scatter your atmosphere. Don't allow anybody. For the Bible says, with joy will you draw water out of the well of salvation. Always make yourself happy. Even in the home where you are, your husband cannot make you happy. Make yourself happy. Create good atmosphere for yourself. Create good atmosphere. So, number one atmosphere we'll be talking about is the atmosphere of love. The atmosphere of love. Atmosphere of love. If you look at David, Bible said while David was on his way to go and recover what he lost, while he was moving, they met an Egyptian man, a man that was shattered, rather than butter. They met a young man who has not eaten for 3 days and he was weak. The boss of the man neglected him, abandoned him. So at this point, this guy did not have any hope of rising. And Bible said, David looked at the guy and said, I can help you. They gave him bread, gave him water, gave him tea so that he can survive, so that life will come back to him. Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. After this thing was done, Bible said, this man took David and said, I know where those people you are looking for. I know where they are. I know where they are. They are my boss. Now my order enter on a village, scatter on a village, burn into ashes. And then they say, you mean that? He said, yes. Now my order, now I burn your village. Now I carry your children, carry all your wives, carry them and run away. And he said, okay, where is your order now? Where is your order? He said, I know where they are now. I will take it here. Why is this man able to take David and his men there is nobody you helped. 2023, you help nobody. 2022, you help nobody. 2021, you help nobody. Sir, when you don't help a man, don't expect help. Am I communicating here?
Yes, sir.
In Hebrews chapter 6, when look at verse 10, thank you, Holy Ghost. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10, he said, our God is not unrighteous to forget the labor of our Lord.
Yes,
for God is not unrighteous to forget your work and the labor of love which ye show towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saint. God will always keep in remembrance everything you do for a man. The man might not say thank you, but sir, there is one eye somewhere you are not seeing that will always come down and give you an atmosphere. Am I communicating here?
Yes.
Give me the message Bible of this. Message Bible. The message Bible. Look at it. The message is not here. My God. Message Bible make it more deeper. He said God will never neglect the act of your love. He will never allow what you have done to be forsaken. Am I communicating here?
Yes, sir.
Sir, there is nothing you do for a man that is wasted. Anything either good or bad, if you do bad to a man, that bad is coming. Why? How do I know? Bible said, give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, follow me, press down and shake it together, and running over shall I will give you. Shall men give unto their bosom? That means if you give anything to a man, God will cause men to give you the same thing.
Yes, sir.
So if you give good to one man, God will pass through another route and bring men that will show you favor. You might not know them. You might not know them. So therefore, add this act of love. Act of love. How many people have you helped? How many people have you paid their school fees? How many people have you brought out of poverty? How many people have you clothed? And you are looking for a cloth. Sir, there are many people, you have many clothes in your cupboard, but you can't give one out. And you are expecting to be clothed. Oh God is not like that. God will always give to you based on your heart. If you want favor in 2025, then be ready to give. Be ready to love somebody. Be ready to show some love, some act of love, act of kindness. Hebrews chapter 13, look at verse 1. Hebrews 13 verse 1. Look at what God said. He said, let there be brotherly love. Let there be brotherly love. Let brotherly love continue. Look at verse 2. Verse 2 is very important. Pay me attention to this verse 2. Everybody really wants to go. Be not forgetful to entertain what? Strangers. For thereby some have entertained angels. There are times what you give to a man, you think you are giving to one man. Unknowingly to you, that guy is an angel. Unknowingly to you, the person you gave to is an angel. I read my Bible and I discovered that Sarah was barren for many years. Until one day, angels were walking around. And while they were coming, Bible said they came as a man. Those angels, they were three. They came as a man to the house of Abraham. And Abraham saw them afar off. Abraham ran to them and bowed his head and said, please enter into my house. I will give you food to eat. Abraham showed them love and they were watching Abraham. Unknowingly to Abraham that Abraham is taking care of angel. Abraham slaughtered an animal and made pepper soup and they were watching Abraham. Abraham finished arranging the pepper soup and brought it to them with Coke and Fanta. And these guys were eating. They were eating. When they were done, and one of them stood up and said, where is your wife Sarah? The guy was shocked. At first he was saying, how do you know my wife? Where is your wife Sarah? How many children did she have? He said, he have none. He said, by this time, this thing. Sarah is going to conceive a child. And Bible said, watch this. Bible said, Sarah heard it in the kitchen and started laughing. He said, I've heard this prophecy before. I've heard this thing before. But look at this. Even in your doubt, provided you have the act of love, your love can conquer anything.
Yes.
Bible said, love conquereth all things, even your fault. Love can cover your fault. Bible said, by so doing, you will entertain angels. There are many of you, angels has come in disguise. You saw them and said, who is this? Get out. And they left you. The moment they left, they disappeared. You never knew. that these guys are angels. An angel can come. Look at this. You might be praying for one thing. Lord, I need a house. I need a house. I need a house. And an angel will just walk into to where you are. Watch this. It will not come as an angel putting on wings. It will come like human being and he will ask you, there is a contract somewhere, and will connect you with that contract. Unknowingly to you that God is trying to use that person as an angel to do a work. An angel. An angel. Entertain strangers. Entertain. I studied my Bible in Acts of Apostles chapter 9. I believe that's 36. Yes, give it to me. Acts of Apostles. There is a woman, her name is called Dorcas. Dorcas. A day came that Dorcas died. Now there was at Joppa a certain disciple named Tabitha, which by interpretation is called what? Dorcas. This woman was full of good works, harms did which she had done. This woman is a good woman. She extends hand to the poor. She helps the needy. She helps people that are poor. She looks at them and she wants to bring them out of poverty. She buy wrappers for people, buy clothes for people, send their children to school. Unknowingly to her that she was preparing something for a day. Give me this verse. Look at what happened to her. And it came to pass in those days that this same Dorcas became sick. And she died. Dorcas died. That did not say Dorcas fainted. He died. About to be buried. And whom they had washed, they laid her in the upper chamber. You know what? That thing called wash is what they call embalmed. You know, when somebody died and they embalm the person, once they have embalmed that person, they are taking away blood. That was, see, there's no way the person can come back to life. Once they have embalmed somebody, there is no way the person will come back to life. But watch what happened. Next verse. And for as much as Lydia was nigh to Joppa, and the disciples and heard that Peter, an apostle of God, was there, they sent unto him 2 men. They said, please go and call Peter, that great servant of God, go and bring him, desiring him that he would not delay to come to them. They sent a message, Peter, please, we need you on emergency. They did not tell Peter why. Please, on emergency, we need you. The guy entered the next flight and started coming to Joppa. When he got to Joppa, look at this verse. Very interesting. Then Peter arose and went with them. When he was done, they brought him into the upper chamber where they laid that woman. And all the widows stood by him, weeping. Look at what they are doing. And showing the coats and garments which Dorcas made while she was with them. All of them brought out the clothes. They went to their wardrobe and packed all the clothes that Dorcas brought and said, sir, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30 clothes that Dorcas buy for me. Dorcas pay my children's school fees. Dorcas did this and that. Dorcas, the year of Peter full with the good deed of Dorcas. And Peter was like, who is this Dorcas? Who is this person? The good deed of this woman was feelable and palpable. It was so touching. And Peter said, why will this kind of good person die? Hear me, sir. Hear me. The devil came to kill Dorcas, to show Dorcas that all you are doing for God is a waste. Yes, sir. To show God that no matter what you give to God is a waste. But the church came around and they stood in gap for Dorcas. They said, no, we don't want Dorcas to die. If anybody should die, it must not be Dorcas. If anybody should die, it shouldn't be Dorcas. Why would somebody that is taking care of the altar, why would the person die? It shouldn't be this person. Any other person can die, but not this one. They begin to partake the burial and the death and resurrection of Dorcas. We don't agree. We don't agree. Look at the next verse. But Peter put them all forth. He said, everybody God. Now Peter now kneel down. He said, and kneel down and prayed and turning it to the body side. That Peter arise and she opened her eyes. Why did she open eyes? Because the power of God through the love, the atmosphere she has created, came back to her. It is the atmosphere she created that came for her. The atmosphere. I was talking to a woman yesterday, on Friday night. I can say yesterday too. According to the prophecy, that woman had 5 children. The second son was abroad. He was doing massively well, sponsoring a pastor in Nigeria. Unknowingly to the mother that this thing that the young man is doing is what is fueling the goodness around him. You know, I have told you this thing. There is one prayer that David prayed in the Bible. He said, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Do you understand? You see, that goodness is wealth. You see, if you are a rich man, the highest prayer you can pray is mercy. The mercy is the protection behind the wealth. If you have goodness and you don't have the mercy, you will die with the riches. You can be wealthy and be wasted. So the goodness and the mercy should go before you. And back now, this time around, Peter said, why should daughters die? The woman that has helped a lot, the woman that has taken care of many people's movies, the woman that has taken people everywhere. So this woman I was talking to in the all night, the son was so good to the pastor, took care of all the affairs of the pastor. The son was abroad, communicating with the mother, sending. The mother said, okay, stop sending it directly to the pastor's account, send it to me, I will deliver to the pastor. And sorry, if the woman is, I'm sorry, I'm just using your case for example. Now, according to the prophecy, the woman will now collect the money and put in her pocket in the name of saving it for her son. Now, again, the son and the mother started having some certain conversation. The mother said, let us build a house for pastor. If I say pastor don't get house, no build house for him. And they agreed. The guy flew down from abroad to come to Nigeria to know how we can do this thing and start the process. Only to come, the mother sat him down and started to brainwash the guy. Brainwash the guy. And said, all those money you have been sending is in my account. We brought it out and gave it to the boy. The moment the boy touched it, the guy ran mad. The guy ran mad. Just like that. Just like that. And from that day, the woman opened door to problem in the family. Problem begin to enter problem. Problem begin to enter problem. Problem begin to enter problem. See, if not that God intervene. What if God did not intervene? What would have become of that woman? As a matter of fact, she have lost everything. 5 children. Because of one simple mistake. As little as that it is, in her own mind, she's trying to play smartness. Unknowingly to her that it is God that gave you this money, and God knows why He gave it to you. I have said this before. You see, go to every church all around the world. Anytime they are talking about money, the same group of people that always donate money will always be the people donating money. There are people that will always refuse to donate money, will always be poorer. You know why? God will never give you something He can't collect from you. I don't know if I'm talking something. God will never give you something He can't collect from you. Anything you hold too much to yourself, it becomes an idol. Are you aware that your wife can become an idol in the eyes of God? Anything you love more than God becomes an idol. Anything you love more than God, God begin to fight that. If you love your job more than your God, God fights that. Let me tell you, the reason why Sarah became barren, can I tell you? It's because Abraham loved Sarah too much. The reason why Rebecca became barren was because Bible said, and Jacob loved Rachel too much. The reason why Hannah became study of Bible, what I'm telling you is real. Elkanah loved Hannah so much. Even the second wife that was not very loved. If you watch, anytime they go to Shiloh, you will give Hannah 2 portions and give Penina 1 portion. Penina was producing children because she was hated. The same way, Jacob had 2 wives. Look at the one that he hated. What's that name? Leah was highly hated by Jacob. Now, Leah was producing producing children like children production factory. Meanwhile, the one that is well loved and cherished will not have one. Once God sends that this thing I gave you, you treasure it more than God. You will trust it for me. You will trust it for me. You will trust it for me. So the women that Dorcas has affected their life, they came with many things and said, sir, Pastor Peter, let me tell you the truth. You see this woman that is there, she can't die. And Peter collected all the wrapper, collected everything as a point of contact, and laid it on top of Dorcas and knelt down and said, God, you are the God of love. If truly you are God, then let this woman come back to life. And that was immediately, this woman opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. This woman, the devil wanted to claim her life, but the act of love, the atmosphere she has created around her, said no. If you study your Bible in Isaiah chapter 38, a man by name called Ezekiah, he was a priest of God. He was a great man. That was said, Ezekiah was sick unto death, and God sent his messenger Isaiah the prophet. He said, go and tell Ezekiah, put your house in order. That's in those days, when Ezekiah sit up to death, and Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, came unto him and said unto him, thus said the Lord, set thy house in order, for you will surely die. But guess what? Bible said, and Ezekiah turned his face back to the wall and began to do business with God and said, God, remember, I have helped the pastor, I have assisted the pastor, I bought speaker, I am the one that bought this piano they are playing, I am the one that bought all the fan, the AC, I'm the one that paid the rent. Why should I die with all of these things? If I die, who will continue it? This thing touched God. And Liam Sata, and he told God, he said, God, can the dead praise you? And the reason why he gave me this money is for me to help the church, and I'm doing it. So why should I die? And God was not wanted. God told Isaiah, Isaiah, come here. He said, go back, go and meet Ezekiah. Tell him you will not surely die again. Isaiah said, Lord, you are trying to play good part. I am a major prophet. My prophecy does not land to the ground. If I tell somebody that I will die, I must die. If I tell somebody that I will live, must. God said, no, this time around, no be me give you message. Now me die, you may go tell them. He said, yes. He said, go and tell him again. I said, you will not die again. The guy said, child, God. Then make I know they like follow you. Anytime you send me message, I know you can change your mind. He said, but let me remind you. Look at Isaiah now started quoting scripture for God. He said, the Bible said that the words I speak will not return back to me void without accomplishing that which I sent it. And God said, hey, now through you talk of policy, you see this one, let it return back. Because the person involved is saying no. There are things he has done on ground. There are things. If this guy die, who will buy car for pastor? And Isaiah said, hey, not true. He ran back. He said, sir, Ezekiah, no vessel. You see that prophecy I give you? God said, make I not change them. I prophesy. Every evil prophecy you have received, by the act of love, God will change them. Sit down. He said, Ezekiah, no verse. God said, I should change it. And he said, now you are talking. He said, what did God tell you? He said, God said, you no longer live. You will live extra 15 years. Ezekiah clapped. Ezekiah said, no, for me to believe you, show me a sign. The guy went back to God. He said, God, you don't fight trouble. The man said, I should show you a sign. What sign should I show you? God said, tell him that you should stand before the sun. That instead of the shadow falling backward, it will come to the front. And the guy went to the sun and stood before the sun. The sun was reflecting him like this. Instead of the shadow falling to the ground, it fell to the front, and the guy was smiling. He said, yeah, now I know I can die. Now I know. Sir, are you aware that if you have the act of love, you can create any good atmosphere for yourself? Yes. Even the devil cannot challenge you. The act of love. The act of love. I can't forget the prophecy for that woman till I die. See, it marked something in my mind. It creates something in my mind. Forever. How will a woman one mistake. Just one simple mistake, she crashed down. One simple mistake, she crashed. Open door for the devil to enter. Bible says, give no room to the devil. Yes, sir. Open door and the devil enter and begin to destroy. Hear me. There are many of you. All you just need is just the act of love. This year 2025. The act of love. The act of love. The act of love. Look at this. Some of my pastors, hear me. We went for housewarming of one of my sons. And when we finished eating, when we came out, my sons gathered me and they began to tell me some stories. They said, this was when I went home. I remember the food I ate. I started praying. I said, God, let this woman continue getting money so that you will feed us. I laugh. When I was laughing, the other one told me his own experience. I laughed. You see, when you are doing good, you might not receive the praises of men. They might not praise you physically, but at the back, either their spirit or them by themselves, consciously or unconsciously, they are praying and saying, God, help this person not to fall. Because when your helper fail, you are failed. Am I communicating? When your helper die, you have died. So, one of the things that is helping me here, that you see that you come to the church and things are okay, because there are helpers around me. If the devil takes them away from me, I'll be handicapped. Am I communicating? Any church you see, they have LED at the back. You see the pastor like this, or God not be pastor. There are men. You get people way by that thing here. Get people way down. People, and that is the time. Anytime they have difficulties, they throw that thing back. God, look at my LED. If I die, LED don't die. I'm gonna say no, this one cannot die. No, why should this one die? Why? Why? Anything you are doing in the house of God, do it with all your life, because that is your act of love. That is a currency you are using to buy atmosphere. Atmosphere. Once you switch into that atmosphere, everything start going silly with it. Naturally, men begin to like you. There are things you will buy so cheaply because of the atmosphere you have created. There are things you will buy cheaply. One of my sons told me that he wanted to buy something on 30 million. He ended up buying it 10 million. Something, if atmosphere comes upon you, once it comes upon you, it makes things so easy. Others might be in the same field with you, but you are doing way more than them. The difference there is that you are creating an atmosphere and they are not creating. Am I communicating here? Anytime you learn how to create atmosphere, life get better. Life get better. Sir, one thing that will help you, pastor, one thing that will help you in life is that if you learn how to affect people around you positively, learn how to carry people along. Look at, see, there are some people that will use your good, use it against you. Don't mind them. Don't because of that and stop being good. I am taking it. There is, I'm not supposed to say this, but let me say it. There is a particular family I took on my shoulder. Me, why not the work? The little money what they get, now people give you. And I say, okay, you're laughing. And I say, okay, let me carry this family and take care of at least one or two of them, the school fees, then begin it. Secretly, nobody will know. I was doing that. One of the day, the other one come grow up small. You don't reach time for school. And the mama come in and say, you are paying for this one, pay for this one don't grow up. Where is school fees? It is not your right. It is if I want. Not the people of those children. I don't even know it from others. I don't know it from others. So why will you impose that on me? From that they are saying, no. He said anything about you, cancel. Cancel. Am I a bad pastor? The truth is, that person is so ungrateful. Ungrateful people, there is a way you treat them. Okay, anyone that is ungrateful, push them aside. First people that are grateful. Am I communicating here? That is how we live. 2025 will help you if only you can learn how to create atmosphere. Bible, I discover Lazarus would have died and died be if not that Mary and Martha are close to Jesus, taking care of Jesus, cooking good food for Jesus. Lazarus will die for nothing. But when Lazarus died, they sent message, your friend don't die. So what really made him to come and resurrect Lazarus was because of the act of love from the family. What if the family is bad to Jesus? What if the family is so bad, so wicked to Jesus? Create atmosphere of love. Create atmosphere of love. Create atmosphere of love. It's the most important thing a man can do for himself. 2025 is open for everyone. But 2025, we only selectively help those who carry the atmosphere of love. If you are not carrying the atmosphere of love, don't expect help. The truth of the matter is, that was said, do to one what you want another to do for you. If you need help, help somebody. If you want somebody to carry your matter on the head, carry somebody's matter on the head. Anything you make happen for one, another will make it happen for you. It might not surely be that person. Am I communicating? Yes, it might not necessarily be that person. God can pass through anybody, anytime, anywhere to this job. God can pass through anybody, anywhere. Anybody, anywhere. I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, because the person told me, he said, he was complaining about one particular church where he is. So he said that he placed the pastor's salary and the pastor was there. I told him, I said, okay, if you refuse paying that pastor their salary, another person will take up that responsibility. It will shock you. The person will small pass you, will take it up. And once you take it up, give that person 1 year, you will not see that person back. You don't go see him back. See, I've never seen. You see, my spiritual father, Reverend Philip Chinagoro, he was telling me something on New Year, on the first, while he was blessing me for the New Year. He told me one thing. He said, when he started the prayer, I started with these words. He said, I have more than 78 men paying me salary monthly. And he said to me, he said, my son, he said, the men that will help you carry this work, God will give to you. You know, when he mentioned that statement, it struck a chord in my mind. 78 people pay salary for one person. And I asked him a question. I said, after the prayer, I said, Daddy, how are you doing this thing? He said, no. He said, it's not like that. He said, just teach them, let them know what to do. If they know what to do, they will know how to do it. And when they start, it will show in their finances. When they start to show in their finances, you will just see. He said, you will start recording strange miracles from your people. Just let them know what they are supposed to do. And it is striking home. The other day he sent me a voice note of somebody that was giving testimony. Just, oh my God. The person said, he said that he just decided that every day he'll be sending the man of God money for fuel to fuel his car. That he just discovered that after he started that in the place of work they are paying 95,000 or something like that. Suddenly he discovered that anybody that enters into that office will give some will give them 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. At the end of 1 week, he don't get like 300,000. Within that space of time, he's doing that. He discovered that he's no longer touching his salary. He's no longer many things. The salary is always in that, and he will spend a lot of money all the year. He says, sir, now I discover secrets to wealth. Secret to wealth. Oh God, you must succeed. Create atmosphere of love. Create it around you. Create it around you. If you check, anyone that has the act of love, they are always better than others. In every family. I tell you this, go and check. You will think I'm lying. Anybody, if una dey three for family, that person will get out of love, na go make money pass. Go and check. God is not stupid. That is how he should do this thing. So if you want to be among the number of people that will become pillar in the family, then carry that atmosphere of love. Join that train to become ever. Start with one person, help somebody else. The God there is give, it shall be given unto you. Good measure, press down, shake it together, and running over, shall men give to their bosom. Try it and see whether it will not work. This January, just prepare your mind and say, this year, I want to carry the mentality of love. Let me affect somebody positively. My question every day is that the day you will die, because hear me, everybody one day must surely die. No matter how a preacher tell you that you can't die, or God, let me tell you the truth. One day you must die. Even the preacher telling you one day you will still die. The earth is an umbrella. It will humble everybody, both great and small. But the truth is, when the earth humble you, what will people remember you for? When you die, what will people remember you for? What is that thing they will say, ah, you did for them? What is that thing? You have somebody living with you and you can't do anything for that person. You are wicked. What will people remember you for? What? Every time it's not make I collect, what will you give? If when you look at the scriptures, God so loved the world and he gave his only begotten son. And he showed Abraham how to do it. And everybody you see excelling in this life, the only means of excelling is through that act of love. That act of love. If you hate a man, you will inherit his downfall. If you love a man, you will inherit his success. I am telling you the secret code. There are people that once you give them something, you will attract many energies to yourself. Many energies. A woman told me something. He said, Pastor, please, I beg you. Anytime you finish service, make sure you say, come and touch my hand with money. Please, I beg you. I said, why do you say? He said, because I discovered that anytime I touch your hand with money, once I go back to my business, stop so. I don't just know why. Say, Pastor, please, I beg you, don't stop. I beg you, don't stop. I beg you, don't stop. The heart of God. This year 2025, if you want to succeed, look for somebody that will help. Carry somebody in matter for head. Look for somebody that you stand by him or her. Say, as long as you live on earth, I'll stand by you. Be the reason why somebody will be smiling. And guess what? If you make somebody smile, you have made the angel behind the bed of that person to smile. And angels are ministering spirits. They will always arise to send message, signals to helpers. So for you to enjoy this 2025, you must carry the mindset of love. Nice to meet you. All other gods, they are the works of men. You are the Holy God. There is none like you. All other gods, they are the works of men. You are the Holy God. There is none like you. All always on the top. So if you want to stay on the top, carry the heart of giving. Carry the mindset of giving. There are many of you. You were doing well before. What brought you down is the heart of not help. And it means you have helped others. At this point, those people that you help will stand by you and bring it back. And it means you have lifted somebody. Those people you help will stand and lift you again. Sir, nobody that had true heart of help will go down like that. The moment you go down, God will enter the heart of people that you have affected their life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those people, they will come back. Bible said, the later days of Job become better than the former. Why? Because Bible said, and Job extended hand to the friends. Yes, sir. If you have the heart of God. If you want to swim in supernatural, pastor, stop praying for yourself. I'm telling you practical what I've done many years. If you want to walk in supernatural, you want God to use you. You want to see in the spirit world. Take it as an assignment. Carry this person, hold him. Lord, please don't allow this person go down. The more you are praying for this person, one day the Holy Ghost will enter and tell you, look at the real problem of Mr. Chris. Tell him so and so and so. It will shock you. The day you will go and meet him and say, Mr. Chris, look at what the Lord showed me. He will be shocked. Hey, how did you know? Nobody has told you anything. So when God see that you are interested in the affairs of Pastor Chris, he comes down to reveal secret about him. If you see a pastor talking down on prophecy, it's a sign that pastor is a wicked pastor, is not praying for his members. A pastor praying for his members, his eyes will be open. The spiritual eyes will be open. Anytime they come to the altar, because that is what is making him cry. In the secret, he's always crying, Father, my members, Father, my members, don't allow them go down, don't allow evil happen to them. By the time anything want to happen, God shows the pastor. That's the secret behind supernatural. You want to walk in love. You want to live in prosperity. Walk in love. You want to live in anointing. Walk in love. The Bible says, for God is love. Lift up your hands. I hear the Lord said to me, two persons here under the sound of my voice. As we begin to practice the art of love this year, my God will prepare a table before you in the presence of the enemies. My God will prepare a table before you in the presence of the enemies. Lift up your hands. Look at this prayer point. Father, show me how to love. Amen. Show me how to love. Show me how to love. Sir, let me tell you. The reason why you don't know how to love is because you don't know. Yes, sir. And it means you really know, you do it. Show me how to love. Show me how to love. God can never give to you what he cannot collect from you. Have you seen children? If you give a child biscuits, let the child give it back. They like it. Now you give her money. Because you never see our children. You know, I play with children a lot, so I know their secret. You see, once I leave each other, I see children giving me high five. Because I'm a fan to children, I just love them. Naturally. So I have studied all of them. I know them. That's why anywhere I enter, naturally children want to come around. The truth is, I have studied them very well. Give them biscuits now. And then brother, thank you. Then we are giving one out of biscuits. One, don't be all of them behind it. That is the life of a child. Yeah. I don't want you to be with that kind of mindset this year. Carry the heart of love. Let me affect somebody positively. You're gonna pray this way, Father, give me the heart to love. Amen. Show me how to love and give me the heart. Give me the heart. Give me the heart. David, remember one day He said, show me a man in the house of Saul. I want to show him kindness. But Jonathan said, I want to show him kindness. I want to help him. Let me tell you, there are people you help today. They will not tell you thank you. You know what we have? Many years later. Because the person you help today, you don't know his destiny, you don't know his future. Many years later, you will travel somewhere, or your child will travel somewhere and meet the person you helped in the office, and it's the only person to help you. That is when you know the importance of help.
Yes, sir.
Develop this thing as a lifestyle, as a habit. You will see anywhere you enter, people will always want to help you. Anywhere you enter, lift up your hands. It's the reason why people are poor. They don't have act of love. Everything are them. That's why they don't want people. You say, Father, give me the art of love and show me how to love. Open your mouth and declare those words now. Give me the art of love and show me the way to love. Father, give me the art of 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 love. Give me the art of love. The art of love. Give me the art of love. Father, give me the art of love. Don't make me enter into history now. Okorafo, Okoli. Yes. That's a surname. I saw. Look at this. The Lord told me that He has made you the breadwinner of the family from the womb. From the womb. From the womb. But He said you should not copy the lifestyle of the holy family. You should stand. Bring out yourself to carry the art of love. Show people love. Look at this. This guy is going to be your king. I saw the realms of the spirit. Look at this. Mark my word. Like Daniel, put it on recording. This is 1, 2, 3. 3 years from now. No solar paratai. Liana Kamiana. I saw where your mates, people that went to school with you, they'll be asking you, how did you do it? Amen. Not my word. 3 years from now. Amen. Liana Sota. If I serve a living God, it should not be love from now. People will gather and celebrate you. Look at this and don't pray. I don't have much time because this Sunday is also service. Look at this and don't pray upon it. Father, show me who to help. Look at this. Why will God show you who to help? Because there are some people that you help, they will track you down. I don't know if I'm talking. There are people that carry negative energy. If you give them ₦1, your door will close. That is why there's something Mama did. I was talking to my wife this morning. I said, this man, is one of the smartest women I've ever seen. If she want to give somebody money, she will give it to me to give that person. Smartest of all. You see, some people around her, I don't know the reason why she does that. She's the smartest I've ever seen. Even though the person is carrying negative energy, let your own neutralize it.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I get it. Let the energy neutralize it. Take and send this one. And I'll send it. You see, one thing about life, there are people you will help unknowingly to you that they are carrying negative energy. Sir, some men are traveling on their way. While they were traveling, a man did like this. His name is not Jonah. Did like this, say, please carry me. And they carried him and put in the boat. Help, now they help this guy on that boat begin to sink. Now help, oh. They say, who be the problem? He know there is a problem and he kept quiet. That guy is wicked. He knows it's a problem. Their boat is sinking. Instead of him to say, now me, oh, they don't talk. But they started casting lots, doing all manner of things. They were throwing their property. Hey, had them money, they are throwing it away. Because a man entered into their home. Because they helped somebody. Are you aware that there are people in the village, you just give them money, they did not spend 1 naira. I carry the money and use it against them. Wicked generation. See this generation.